Jai Hind to all and welcome to your own YouTube channel, Team MND The Futurists. Now, today's update is on geopolitical developments between Russia and US, and I am really closely, watching it. Now, as these world leaders, top diplomats, and defense officials, they board their private jet to Munich today, their teams are scrambling to rewrite every briefing note and messaging strategy after Washington's bombshell just few hours ago. Now, speaking first from Brussels at UK chaired Ukraine Defense Contact Group meeting, the new US Defense Chief made clear Washington's view on Ukraine. Ukraine retaking its land from Russian occupation is illusionary. NATO membership for Ukraine as part of a negotiated peace is not realistic. Rather, security guarantees must be led by European and non European troops. Now, they should be under a non NATO mission. No mutual US defense pledge. There will be no US boots on the ground in Ukraine. Then Europe must provide overwhelming share of future help to Ukraine. And in parallel, the US is wooing more effective sanctions enforcement plus more US oil and gas production to drive down the prices that fund Russia's war. The US global strategy, what are the key developments? Now, recently explained the US strategic focus on deterring war with China in Pacific, emphasizing the need to prioritize resources. Now, this has also argued it means Europe must take charge of its own defense. It's very important. Meanwhile, President Trump revealed he held a nearly 90-minute phone call with Vladimir Putin, covering a wide range of topics including Ukraine, Middle East, energy, artificial intelligence, and the dollar's global influence. So, what are the headlines? Both leaders agreed to begin direct talks to end the Russian Ukraine war. Immediately after committed to closely working together, starting with a meeting in Saudi Arabia. Addressing questions in the office, Trump also reaffirmed his support for Ukraine, stating, "We will go as long as we have to go to prevent Putin victory, and if they fail, then who wins?" In parallel, new Treasury Secretary also made his first official trip abroad to Kiev, where he proposed a US Ukraine economic partnerships to President Zelensky. It was called as a strong signal of US solidarity with Ukraine and a message to Russian leadership. Now, with these major moves unfolding, global leaders they are remaining they generally they remain cautious as they assess the shifting landscape. Let's also take a quick world tour. Ukraine. In just few moments, Ukraine's path to NATO shifted from irreversible to unrealistic, and Russia's annexation of Ukrainian territory went from never being recognized to being seen as illusionary to reverse. However, Ukrainians may find some comfort in a few points. Now, it was not explicitly called for ending US assistance. Trump also rejected any claims that has abandoning Ukraine. Then the Treasury Secretary also personally delivered a proposal for a US Ukraine economic partnerships. Then when we talk about Europe, the US long-standing 75-year-old NATO Article 5 pledge to protect Europe shifted from being a sacred commitment to an acknowledgement that US is no longer primarily focused on Europe's security. Now, despite this, European leaders might take comfort in the fact that they have been told that earlier remarks which initially declared the US would no longer be the primary guarantor of security in Europe. Now, when we talk about Russia, Putin may have already scored several pre talk victories. These include Ukraine's NATO membership prospects seemingly off the table. The de facto US acknowledgement of Russia's territorial gains in Ukraine. Now, the legitimacy that comes with a direct phone call and potential in person visit with a US president, a direct channel to kind of negotiate Ukraine's future with US appearing to bypass both Ukraine and Europe. So these developments align with Putin's long standing narrative that the Ukraine war was from the start a proxy war between Russia and the US. So did it has just been told to empower Europe to take control of its own defense, break the cycle of dependency on US, strengthen the Western alliances that Russia Ukraine war and also deter conflict in the Pacific. Or did he just reward Russia, abandon Ukraine and Europe, and Putin to had to expand his empire and pave the way for Xi Jinping to do the same, setting the stage for a wider conflict that could still draw US troops in under treaty obligation. One thing is for sure, much now depends on how Ukraine and Europe are going to respond. Stay tuned for more such updates in geopolitics as this story unfolds. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to our channel in these critical global shifts. And your every comment, every feedback is highly valuable to us. Jai Hind and Jai Bharat.